Hi everybody, welcome to the 5th video. In this video, I will talk about the last 3 secrets of losing belly fat fast and permanently. The 6th secret to permanent fat loss and fitness is, get a coach or a mentor. Now I know what you're thinking. I don't need a coach or mentor. I can do it by myself. While that may be true, as I did it myself for the most part, it is always easier and faster when someone shows you the way. I like to compare this with the process of traveling a long distance. Let me explain. If you wanted to go from New York City to Los Angeles by car, you wouldn't just get in the car and start driving, would you? In essence, that is what many people are doing in their quest for fitness. They are just getting in the car and driving, with a goal in mind, but not much idea on how to get there. Now, some people go ahead and actually grab a map and follow that. This will certainly help you get there, giving you various roads and avenues to take, but you'll probably run into a few dead ends along the way. And the journey will take longer than you'd probably like. But what if someone came to you with detailed instructions on the exact roads to take and what traffic or construction delays to avoid? You most certainly would get there sooner and with less effort. Finding the right coach or mentor in your quest for permanent fat loss and fitness can be like getting a Google Maps to your dream body. And before you go ahead and think you don't need one of these people in your life, did you know that world champion golfer Tiger Woods has a coach? And surprise, surprise, most every successful or famous person has had a mentor or a coach at one time or still uses them today. You think Oprah, arguably the most successful businesswoman in the last 100 years, does it all by herself? What about Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, etc.? All of these people got help and continue to get help to stay at the top of their game. So think about it. If Tiger Woods and other super successful people need a coach or coaches to excel and reach their goals, shouldn't you consider having one too? I didn't invent the principles I teach in these videos without first studying under some mentors that laid the groundwork before me. The great news is that it should be a lot easier achieving your lifelong fat loss and fitness goals than becoming the world's greatest golfer. So just imagine how much positive impact a coach can bring to you. Now, this coach or mentor could be a personal trainer who is also emotionally supportive, or it could be a combination of a friend, a relative, or a motivational expert. It could also even be someone who supplies you with that system for success, like I mentioned earlier. Whoever it is, make sure they are accessible to you and will be there to offer the support and encouragement you need. And don't look for what I call a softie. A softie is someone who is too comfortable with you and will let you off easy. These people make terrible coaches. You need someone who can be supportive but is also there to keep you in line and give you a kick in the pants ever so often if you need it. There's no substitute for experience, so you'll also want to make sure your coach or mentor has been there and done that, not one of these talking heads that has no real experience. You want someone that has either gone through what you're going through or helped others in similar situations. You can't do it alone, at least not as quick or as easy. So go ahead and get yourself a coach, a mentor that you can look to for guidance, support, and encouragement, and that periodic kick in the pants as you move through to getting the lean, strong, and healthy lifestyle you deserve. The 7th secret of losing belly fat. The 7th secret to permanent fat loss and fitness is, be a doer, not a talker or know-it-all. The way I see it, there are 2 kinds of people in this world. You've got your talkers, or what I call know-it-alls, and on the other side of the fence, you have your doers. Let's talk about know-it-alls first. I'm going to go ahead and say that most people fall into the talker and know-it-all group. If you think about the people you know, you'll probably notice the same thing I have. Most people are not proactive. Most people are reactive. And when it comes to fat loss, fitness, or any other subject or discipline, you'll find loads of people who talk a good game, but do not practice what they preach, because they are not doers. And the minute you start giving them some advice, they're quick to stop you to tell you that they know all about what you're telling them, because they know it all. But wait a minute. Why aren't they doing what they apparently already know and are aware of? Talkers will also come up with all kinds of excuses as to why they didn't do something or why something didn't work for them. They'll also tell you why something isn't going to work for you because they know it won't work for them because they just won't do it. Now, I know not everybody is not 100% one way or the other on this, and you might be a doer most of the time, but the talker in you likes to take over whenever faced with what seems like a daunting task, like burning stubborn body fat. So it all starts with identifying who you are. Take a look at your past and how you naturally responded to various challenges. Think back at how those situations turned out. Did they happen the way you would have liked them to happen? Now, for the ones that didn't, do you think being more of a doer and shutting down that talker side of your personality would have resulted in a more positive outcome? Chances are, yes, it would have. Eliminating the talker side of your persona is not always easy. It takes practice and repetition. But being aware of it and being able to identify when it happens is key, because when it happens, when that talker comes out, you can make the conscious decision to squash that talker and turn on the doer inside. If you want to get the kind of success in fat loss and fitness that you've been seeking, you must become a doer. I cannot stress this enough because doers are winners. They achieve goals and the things they want. Talkers and know-it-alls are almost always on the losing end. I know where you would rather be. So make up your mind and get going. Be a doer, not a talker. The 8th secret of losing belly fat. The 8th secret to losing belly fat permanently is invest in your health now, don't pay for it later. Yet another roadblock on the path to lifelong health and fitness relates to what you're willing to invest now versus what you'll pay for later. And it's a tricky situation for a lot of people because you don't really see what the costs of poor health are when you're younger. It's always easier to say, well, it's not going to happen to me, or some people just ignore it altogether. So they put off making that investment in their health now. But they forget that they're going to pay for it later, and then some. And I've even talked to people who are afraid to spend a couple $100 to improve their health. These people just don't get it, and don't understand the true value of having a lean body at all. They fall into that talkers category I mentioned earlier. They probably won't end up reaching their goals. Now, besides the fact that investing in your health provides the cosmetic benefits of a lean, strong, and sexy appearance, you're also setting yourself up for reduced risk of various diseases and medical conditions that have the potential to literally cost you thousands upon thousands of dollars or more depending on your health insurance situation at that time. Not to mention spending your time to and from the doctor's office or hospital, and paying for medical costs when you're older is not what most people are looking forward to as they age. That certainly doesn't sound like fun to me. So take care of yourself now while you can create a real difference in your health risks, and do all that you can to prevent unexpected ailments in the future. Invest in your health. Don't pay for it later.